Welcome back, everybody, to Season 1, Episode 11 of Space Engineers. My name is Lainey from Nerdlette Gaming, and yesterday we worked on our beautiful, beautiful piston contraption here. I didn't want to go too crazy with it, and I didn't add any rotors to it, so we're not going to be able to turn it to angle this way or anything without removing all of those all of those drills, but that's okay. We could do a couple of things. There's a couple of cheesy ways in which you can kind of detach this and reuse it, so to speak, but I think it's fine. What I think we're going to keep doing is we might keep adding more drills and just move them this way. The left ones don't even need to be on anymore because it's dug out everything it's going to dig out, but we could add more to the sides here, just dig out a little bit more and so on. It's not super efficient, but it is fine. But what I wanted to show you guys is a bit of a more advanced piston. This is pretty basic. I mean, I'd say it's my first one, so yeah, I'm pretty proud that it got done in the first place, but it is pretty basic and it doesn't really mix small frame and big frame. It's just using the big frame on this. So it wasn't complicated to build, and obviously it worked pretty well. I mean, it did its job. There's a pit. Okay, so it worked as expected. But today I think I wanted to have a more advanced piston. Okay, I wanted to have a piston that would turn in a circle and claw out everything in the area and then move forward and claw out more, move forward and claw out more. So that's what I wanted to do, but I don't want to do it over here. The reason why I tested this here is because I did want to make the flooring here, so I figured I would use this to start clearing it out a little bit. Right, so we're going to add more drills this way, and we're just going to clear it out that way. But realistically, this was just for fun. This was just to build our first piston. Where we really need some pistons is going to be at the gold mine. It's going to be at the iron mine, probably nickel and silver and all those, magnesium especially, because if we're going to go to space, I am not going completely blind. Now, if you notice over here, we have done a little bit of remodeling. So I stayed on yesterday after we were done with the recording, and I started messing around with this a little bit. The assembler was taking forever to make the pieces. I put so many components to make, so it was taking quite a bit, and so I decided to add speed modules on it. So now it has its two speed modules. I considered placing another assembler, so if we do want another assembler, we can just attach it to this. I believe it will probably work, and then we'll add more speed modules. But I like the look of this. I think an assembler with the mini speech modules is fine. There's also a couple of frames here for two more refineries, just because the refineries were also taking quite a bit to finish because, I put yield modules on them. So it's as expected. But speaking of refineries, I had a crazy idea. So last time we spoke about going to make more pistons to every one of our mines, but we are going to need a transport. Okay, we are going to need a giganto vessel to get us the resources that we need. We need a mobile refinery station. And I don't know if I'm going crazy here. So at each node, I was going to put pistons down and with rotors that spin, and hopefully we will get a ton of resources from that. But moving those resources is going to be an absolute nightmare, right? Moving them back home. So I have a plan to make this gigantic rover. It won't be the sexiest thing you've ever seen, but I think if it has just a bunch of solar panels, a bunch of batteries, and it has a few, just maybe a couple large cargo containers and a couple of refineries, that will be the most useful thing I think I've ever taken with me. Now, obviously there's some issues here. The issues being, how do I connect the piston, or how do I connect the connectors to that huge of a vehicle? I mean, I could add a piston on it so that the connector can always come down or out. Or I could just build it off of the bases and the bases would feed it somehow. So, yep, it's a lot of moving pieces. It's a lot of thought on this. I love my little rover. Don't get me wrong. This little thing is amazing. But we need to be able to gather the resources out there and bring them back home. And I think we're going to need something a little bit more beefy. A little bit more savage. Okay, here we go. We have a large landing gear. Yes, we could technically, instead of working on this, be working on our ship. I realize that. But I'm going to need a way to transport everything back, and I don't know if I can do it on such a little scale. Now, at the bottom here, I'm going to add a few blocks, first of all. So we're going to go up a few. Perfect. All right. So that's good. And now we can add the tires if we desire. Now, I don't know if this is the best way to add it. I think these are backwards. I think they go like this. At least that's how the other ones went when they were placed. So it's my hope and my dream that it's the same way on this side. So I'm going to place that one over there. It looks fairly nice. It does have a little bit of a height on it, so it's not going to be rolling on the floor, hopefully. And let's hope that this is just enough power to hold this thing together. I think it will be. I think it will be. So I'm really, really happy with this, and I'm really looking forward to what this is going to look like. We're going to have to add more blocks here. Obviously, it can't be that short. And something we need to account for is the size of this forge. So this forge is going to be 2 blocks wide, and it's basically 3 because it's going to have all the other components. So, and if we want to put 2 of them together, then we need at least 6 wide on this vehicle. Now, I prefer the vehicles to go wide a little bit more because I think they're a little more stable, but they're also a little kind of they're a little harder to maneuver, right? So these are things that we need to consider. So 4, 5, and we can go 6. And I think that's perfect. I don't think we need anything bigger than this. We want to get it done today. So we're just going to add some here. We're going to add the blocks until we run out, basically. And then we'll figure out which blocks we can cut here and there to add other things, right? Like the connectors and etc. Now, hopefully these wheels are enough. If they're not, I'm going to be thoroughly disappointed. But, you know, we do what we can. And as long as we don't completely smash the ground, we're okay. If we change our minds, we can do it, okay? We can go full monster wheel. But let's lay it down just to see what it would look like. Okay, that's what the Giganto wheel would look like versus the other one. It's quite the difference. All right, guys, so this is going to be the final product of the base of the ship. Now, it's not very thick, as you can see, but since we discussed we don't really need it to be that crazy, we can even stand this up if we need to, right? So it's not going to be that big of a deal as long as we have some of the weight at the bottom here. So let's add the rest of the wheels all along this side. I considered making them inserted inside, but honestly, the higher than we can get them, the better. Now, what I've learned from doing previous wheels on the other vehicle is that they need to be further apart than you think, right? So I left quite a bit of room last time. I thought I left like 4 blocks, and it was just not enough. The wheels are just not quite right. So I'm gonna put this here. All right, perfect. And I think that's more than enough room between the wheels. Let me know what do you guys think. How much do you guys usually leave? And I know this looks insanely far apart, but believe me, the other ones I thought were just fine, and they were not. They were seriously not. I think maybe I can move it 1 closer, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it would be closer. But the problem is when the wheels go sideways or turn in, they really, really, really rub on each other. This is just the frame, so it looks a lot thinner than it is. So this is 5 apart, and let's add another set of wheels. Look, if it fits, then I'll just leave them like that. And if it doesn't, then I will worry about it, and I will fix it while we still have time. Oh, our fuel is low. But critical. No! 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 Ow. Oh, how could we? You know, this reminds me, I probably want to make a fuel tank or something because this 1 bottle is not enough to let me build. So let's refuel really quickly and see if we can make ourselves a 2nd bottle. Alright guys, so this is the look with all the wheels attached. They're 5 blocks apart and there's 6 wheels. I hope that's enough. I'll be honest, I am not sure. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. And this is sort of the look that I guess we're going to go with for the refineries. I just realized this is way too close to the corner. We're going to have to do it a little bit off the side. I would have liked the refineries to be facing forward. That would have been kind of cool, I think. But realistically, the size of this is going to make that kind of gross looking. Maybe we could. Maybe we could. All right. Let's see what kind of cockpit we can make over here. So let's assume that the refinery 1 will go over here. And refinery 2 will go back here. Now this means that they're going to have to be connected right in the middle. Okay? And that means that if I make a cockpit, it's going to have to be on the 2nd floor. But I think that's acceptable. Right? I think that's acceptable. And I can shove some batteries and stuff in there in the middle. It would have the chargers back here. So that would be another block. And then I have to decide, do I want to add more refineries or do I want to add something else back here? This will allow me to have some room. So I'll have a little bit of room to connect this and this together. So that's going to be pretty good. I can add some stuff over here. And we are going to add another box, at the very least, another large cargo container attached to that other one. That makes 2. And here's where we need to decide if we're going to have another cargo container or if we want to have another set of refineries. And these are not connected. All right. Well, when I connect them properly, I will be able to decide if that's what I want to do. Let's see if all those are connected properly now. They are indeed. So that's looking really, really good. I could have made them go down into the ground a little bit, but I don't think that's necessary. So I think this is good. 3 cargo containers should be able to carry an enormous amount of resources. And what I can do is I can maybe access through here. Like maybe I can be really high up as a player, right? And then I can just access the box to the top. But we can have we can have a connector in one of these for the ship, and that should do it, guys. I mean, it's really simple. As you can see, it's really, really simple. Now, the reason why I made 3 boxes is because I absolutely do not want to cap out. And these might have a speed module. I don't know yet, but they will have 2 efficiency modules at the very least. I could have added more forges instead of boxes. So that's quite something we need to look into, whether we rather have, instead of the last box, we'd rather have another set of forges. Can you put wind turbines on this thing? Because that would actually be pretty hilarious. If I'm actually able to put a wind turbine here, I would laugh. And I think I can, guys. If I extend this, if I go up here and I extend this up, I think I can put a wind turbine. Am I crazy enough to do that, though? That's the question. And the answer is yeah, I think I am. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I can put 2 sets of wind turbines. You know, I'm going to do it, even though this is probably pretty stupid, but I'm going to do it. So, yeah, don't judge me. Okay, I'm weird. I'm going to do it. All right, so the first thing is I have to add some blocks here. I wanted to add these just so I could still walk around. So I think that's a good solution right there, right? And it will look pretty nice, I think, at the end. And I hope it transfers the power. That's my only concern. That might be too tall. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to switch it to the regular block. Come on. Oh. Here we go. Is that too tall? I don't know. No, I think that's perfect. We're gonna do this. Oh, we dropped one. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. If this doesn't work after I build it, it's going to suck. But I think it's okay. You know, I will accept if there's a bit of a disaster and it doesn't work out. That's fine. You know, we're doing it for science. There is a piece missing here. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I need to get rid of that before it explodes everything. But anyhow, our wind turbine should be able to fit over here. Look at this nonsense. I can't believe it. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I like it. I really do. So we'll see. we'll see what happens at the end. Will this madness work? It remains to be seen. I don't know if I need to do that here because I'm pretty sure I can't. Yeah, I can't cross either way. I can't cross through the front, but that's okay. I think I'll accept it. I just want to keep it uniform with the back. So we'll do this over here. And there's no point of adding more turbines. I mean, I could, but at the end of the day, it would just end up being, there would not be ideal turbines. And it's so silly looking. I can't even. Okay, now we have to make solar panels. Now, I think I'm pretty sure that adding solar panels to the top there would interfere with the turbines, but I don't think it would matter if I add solar panels to the sides here. Now, I don't know if they'll get ideal power, so to speak, on the side, but, you know, it's fine. It's okay. We'll accept it. And there's we can go up one more, I think. Maybe we can even go up another one. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so it'll just be on the sides of the refineries. I would not be able to access the refinery directly, though. That's my only concern. So instead of a conveyor here, I need to add a box here. Because as it is, I'm not going to be able to access the refinery. And that's going to be really annoying. So, cargo container it is. Here we go. I like that. I kind of like that. It's a little bit different. And hopefully it will work out for me. Alright guys, it has been a couple of days. It's been a couple of days, but I have forged most of it. The front, I don't love, okay? It looks so weird. Like a weird, like a kid's car toy, you know, but it's fine. I have forged all the wheels, forged all the batteries and the forges. So I changed my mind on the third box. I switched the third box to more forges, and the forges are 2 power efficiency and 2 yield modules. I figured the power efficiency might be kind of important for a ship or a mobile base like this, and that's what I went with. I also added some small containers at the back, but honestly, I don't think I need these. I could probably just remove those. I just needed a way to connect from the boxes to the forges, but I can probably do that with conveyors as well, which should make it a little bit easier. I added this cargo container because I had to add a connector at the top for the ship. Up here, I added solar panels, but we might have a little bit of a problem. I mean, obviously this one's not lined up with the other ones, but I don't know if the ship will like land here without taking any damage. I don't know. I really don't know. So we'll see. Maybe it'll connect, maybe it won't. If it's a problem, then we're gonna have to remove some of these solar panels, which might make our power situation a little bit more difficult. At worst, I suppose we could add more turbines and cut our efficiency a little bit, but overall it might be better. So we could do that. The antenna, this was my biggest problem. Guys, I cannot find a place for the antenna that doesn't look horrible. I considered putting the antenna at the front here like a unicorn, you know, but it doesn't, it's too wide, so it needs to stick out at the top. And, you know, I wanted the connector to be at the front because I think this is going to be the easiest way to connect my ship. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're gonna put a light over there, and that's gonna be pretty cool, I think. Yeah, just to give us a little bit more ambiance. This top area, I don't know, guys. I feel like I have tried everything to make it a little bit more interesting, but I just can't. I can't figure out what to do. Maybe if I just do something like this. It's just so ugly, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've tried so many things and it has all kind of backfired and failed. Okay. Now we have to make this area a little bit interesting. Or to attempt. So I see this here, and this block is the light armor slope, and this one is the light armor corner tip. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it does line up. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I see hope. I see a little bit of hope at the end of this horrible horizon. So, okay, let's put this here. I have been traumatized over the corner here for a while. And I cannot tell you how many hours I've been at this. It's almost too much for words. But I don't think I need the corner. I need this guy. Yeah, that's the only one that fits. That's the only one that's gonna fit over there. And I think that might be fine. And now I just have to decide what I want to do at the top here. And I think this is my best bet. Gonna flip it around and maybe do this. Guys, this is the best I can do. This is just the best I can do. Let's hope I have enough of these. Okay, I'm out of place, but I have plenty more. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, I can paint it a different color. We can work with this. We can work with this, which is a lot better than the old just kind of block. So yeah, it's turning out pretty good. It's turning out pretty good. I wish it was morning time again, but of course I missed the daytime. I just ran right through it. I did want the connector to be at the front. So that's why the antenna is over there. But ideally, I did like the idea of the antenna being down here like a unicorn just sticking out of the top, but it didn't work out, guys. It didn't work out. So I'm going to try to forget that existed as an option. Okay. This might seem weird. Okay, but I'm going to add some light armor blocks in between the tires. This has happened to me several times already, where if any of the blocks in the middle are damaged, the tire just snaps right off. So I like to give it an extra protection in case of complete and utter disaster. But I'm going to need to get these welded up, so I'm going to have to go grab more resources, and I'll see you guys in a little bit for the final break. Okay, we've restocked. And we're almost done. We're almost done. I think in this trip we'll get it done. Yeah, there's only 2 more left. Guys, I think we got it. I think we got it. And there's no solar panel right now, obviously. But there is very clearly, the wind turbines at the top, which are helping it really, really go around. If I wanted to go crazy, I could add more wind turbines, but that's fine. My only concern is that it looks a little bit top heavy, and I'm worried that this thing will tilt. If this thing tilts, there's no saving it, right? I'm just done. Just stick a fork in me, because there's no way I can turn this thing back around. There's absolutely no way. So I have to be really careful. I have to be really careful when I drive this. If it does somehow flip, I don't know what I'm going to do. Honestly, if I detach this and it flips, I might just lose my marbles. I have been at this for hours. You know what? Now that I think about it, it's definitely going to flip. It's definitely going to flip. So I have to do something about this. No. We're not unlocking this like this. It is going to flip and it's going to roll downhill and crash on my house. Nope. That's not happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to preempt its demise. Okay? We're going to carefully remove that one and add a block here, add a block there. We'll add blocks all around over here, and I will get all the resources back for this, so I'm not too worried about this at the moment. I just want to make sure that this thing rolls downhill and not the other way around, because that would be so depressing. Put in a light armor block there, and that light armor, normie. I'm being extra cautious, I realize, but better safe than sorry, guys. What? Oh, please. Okay. Well, that's not pleasing. But okay, I'm hoping that by the time it reaches down there, it will be fine. Okay, so we're just going to take that chance, I suppose. And we'll do the same over here. We'll just keep adding blocks. We might want to go out a little bit in case. But if this thing tilts, I am done. I'd be so upset. You don't even know. How do I even get it back? I'm going to have to get thrusters on this thing to move it. It cannot tilt. It's basically what I'm saying. Okay, whew. I placed those in record time. Look, I think it'll land there. Oof. All right, let's give it a little bump here around the wheels. Let's give it a little extra some, okay? We'll just add these here in case the wheels decide to get a little aggressive on me, okay? So we'll just add that there. It should keep it together, and I don't care if it falls on this side, so sweet. In fact, you know what? Just to be even safer, we're gonna add more blocks here. Okay. I have placed the batteries on automatic. Worst case scenario, we'll get there. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna fall because of these little pillars that we've created. So what's the best way to get this off here without it damaging my vehicle? First of all, I think I can grind this one. Okay, so that one's gone. And I think I need to grind this one, the middle one. And really quickly, I can grind the bottom one if we need to, but the middle one should do it. Okay, guys, the moment of truth. I'm so nervous. I'm clammy. Like, my hands are clammy. Okay, if I release this and it falls. Okay. It's moving forward. It's moving forward, but it's okay. Okay, it's moving forward. What's happening? Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. It somehow went backwards instead of going forward. I don't know what that means for me. Well, let's turn. Oh, okay. Well, the front wheels are turning properly. At least this one is turning properly. Let's turn this off. I can tell the wheels are messed up, as you can see. Yeah, there's certainly a problem here with the wheels. But that's fine. I will fix it. And there will be no problem. Guys, it drives pretty well. I don't like that one panel in the back that's uneven, but it's driving fairly easily. I have switched the steering to only the front and the back wheels, hoping that will give me maybe a little bit more control over how it's going. And I'm going to hope that it doesn't tilt. Just please, whatever happens, do not roll over. I repeat, do not roll over. Do not fall in a ditch. Nothing, please. And unfortunately, my home, as you know, is the world's tiltiest base. So I don't even know where this thing is going to be parked tonight. It might just roll downhill on its own. I might have to come down the hill here. Guys. Oh, no. Please. Okay, we hit a tree. That's okay. That was expected. We're gonna hit another tree. I'm just clearing out the path. Don't mind me, trees. Don't mind me. I'm just passing by. I repeat, I'm just passing by. And we have plenty of power. I think I might have gone a little bit crazy on the batteries, to be honest. I might be able to chill out with that. I'm purposely running over the trees. If you didn't notice, it was on purpose. Or so I say now. Okay. So we're gonna do 2 lights here, back to back. Get over here. Nice. So we got a little bit of light in the back as well as in the front. I could add another one right here, but I think that's just kind of gratuitous. And right now, I don't need it, so it's all good. Let's just let it be for now. It's just a little bit of light to give us a little bit of comfort. I haven't filled this in because I don't know if I'm going to be needing to put the armor blocks here or not, and so I don't want to commit to anything in terms of the look. But I'll add another light on this side of the cargo just to give it a little bit of light here. I'm going to also up the intensity on these because they're a little bit low. So let's go in here and look for the lights that are not the spotlights. So let's select all these and make them a group in mobile internals and save. And now we're going to grab these and we're going to, first of all, I guess we can change the color a little bit. A bit of blue color might be kind of nice. We'll see how bad it is. We're not going to blink. Don't want it to blink at all. I'll increase the intensity and the offset. Intensity needs to be increased quite a bit. We'll go over here. And the radius, we'll up it a little bit. Let's save that and see what it looks like. Sweet. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. It's got like a nice little glow to it. Especially on this one. And that one looks really neat too. All right. Yeah, it looks a little bit bluish. It's got a little bit of style. I like it. And I think these are also going to have the same thing, but they're outside, so you can't really tell right now. That's very nice. I don't know, guys. I think overall, it's fine. Don't look at it too much from the front. It looks a little bit like a kid's toy. You know, like one of those little cards they used to play with when you were a child. Yeah, I played with everything, okay? So don't judge me. You know what I mean? Like the little trucks. You just pick them up and roll it around. You know, yeah. But it's functional, okay? It's functional. It's got plenty of storage and it's got plenty of refinery. I'm excited. I really think this is going to revolutionize our time here. I'm going to put the batteries on recharge at the moment. So if you go over here, I already put it in my bar. I can just recharge it. I can turn the spotlights off and I can also turn the internal lights off. So let's go ahead and do that as well. I have it grouped over here. Internals and toggle block on and off. Currently they're on. I want them off. Okay, guys, I have refueled, so we're looking pretty good. This thing is having some issues, as you can see right now. The turbines are not rolling, and I'm not quite sure. Obviously, the solar panels are working great during the daytime, and the batteries are recharged. So hopefully, it'll be charged in no time either way. But what I'm going to do and what I'm going to work on tomorrow is obviously the mines out there. As you can see, that's the gold mine. That we can probably still mine with our other vehicle, but you know, there's other ones that are a little bit further away, and then the ice and all of those that are going to need a piston kind of contraption. This piston was a very simple piston design. The one we're going to make at the actual mines is going to be a lot, just a little bit more complicated than that at the very least. But I managed to park it. As you can see, it's fine. I painted it this gray color that I think looks kind of cool, kind of rustic. I had experimented with a few of them. The green one looks amazing, by the way. The green one, the dark green one, like a little camo, looks really, really good. But the problem is that the solar panels don't really go with it. They kind of ruin it. So, you know what? It is what it is. These solar panels on the side are not doing that much. As you can see, they're just really... They're getting very little power, but I think that depends on the time of the day or how you park this thing. So that's that. What I'm going to do for it, though, is make kind of an open hanger. And the reason why I'm making an open hanger is very simple, obviously, so it can charge, right? Because I want the solar panels at the top, at the very least, to be exposed. Hopefully some at the side as well. I'm not sure that the right side will be exposed eventually. I'm pretty sure that's going to get zapped, but all the other ones should be exposed, and that should help it quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is, so that those turbines hopefully start spinning again, I'm going to leave a 10 block space in between the last turbines of our house and the new spot where we're going to keep our vehicle. So that's not going to stay where it is. It's going to go over here. We're going to make a platform for it next time, as well as we're going to work on those mines. But this platform needs to come down first. And I was thinking we could even add a little bit of a hangar door. Now, obviously, this thing is massive, and this little thing is so tiny. If you close them both together, it it's not going to be as big as we need it to be. But that's not problem. I think all I want is for it to lock it down. So if you look over here, I can turn this thing properly. Yep. There we go. Almost there. Okay, perfect. If of course, and then it snaps. Oh. Okay, ignore that. Ignore what just happened. We'll just put it right next to it, okay? So if you look over here, this thing when fully opened will be as tall as the tire. So I feel that it should be able to hold it if it decides to, get a little fresh and try to get away from us. So that's cool. It's going to go over here, and I think it's going to work out pretty well. There's more area now here in the middle in between these two, but I'm not too worried because obviously there's a lot we could do here. We could dig this whole thing out. There's parking area, and also it just makes it a little bit easier to walk in and out of our base, right? This thing is not the most agile. It doesn't turn the easiest. So I guess having this whole area be open is not a bad thing at all. I'm going to have to dig out this whole terrain, obviously, and we're going to have to flatten it out quite a bit. We might go as low as this current one on this and then make a ramp up to the charger over there. It depends. It depends on what we decide to do, but I don't know. I'm pretty excited. This vehicle turned out pretty good. It looks a little boxy. It looks like a little kid's toy. I love it. I love it. And I can't wait to see how it works. Hopefully it will work. I just wanted to thank everybody so much for watching this episode. If you would like to see more episodes, please consider leaving a like or subscribe. Join us on Discord. The link is in the description below. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Until then, bye.